What is going on, everyone? What is going on? Let me make sure my mic is good. All right, we Gucci. All right, we got some interesting things right now. For those of you who don't know, let me turn my camera a little bit. What the heck is that echo? For those of you who don't know, there is a Samsung event coming up very soon, and the Galaxy S26 Ultra will be revealed at that event. I just so happen to have a little 3D printed model right here, which I think is pretty darn cool, but we're going to unbox it and take a look around it, and we're also going to compare it to the S25 Ultra right here. And for poops and giggles, we can also compare it to this iPhone 17 Pro Max we got right here. So we got a couple things, and then also we're gonna kind of touch base on the supposedly the Apple iFold or whatever they're gonna decide to call it. I don't freaking know, but we'll look up to see what kind of leaks they have for that, and then go from there. But yeah, welcome back. Welcome to the stream. I told you guys we're gonna be streaming a lot more this year, so I want to hold myself accountable for that 100%. 100%. So, without any further ado, let's check out this bad boy right here. All right, so let me go to, boom, here we go. Move that right there. Boom. All right, so where is this thing? If y'all don't remember, the Galaxy S25 Ultra, pretty big hit. I think the redesign of the phone was pretty good. I think a lot of people bought this, and obviously including myself. I think this thing looks pretty darn good. Now thinking back on it, I wish I would have gotten the black with the like titanium frame, but I ended up getting like the jet black. But I mean, it's not bad, but I definitely would have preferred the black with the brush like titanium on the sides. But hey, that's just me. But anyways, where is it? Right here. Okay, the moment of truth. Again, for those people who don't know, this is not real. Okay, this is a dummy unit. This is not real. This is a 3D printed Galaxy, or potential mock version of a Galaxy S26 Ultra. So it potentially could look like this. I think that's pretty cool. Let me change my camera real quick so you guys can see like in all its glory. Hold on, let me see. Okay, so boom, touch that right there. Let me enhance you guys. Woo! Oh, we're big. Hold on. Put that back. Boom. All right, boom. So we got the Galaxy, or a mock version of the Galaxy S26 Ultra, potentially. Again, this is just like a 3D printed type of thing. Not claiming this to be the real deal. What's up, Kayla Torres? Anyways, obviously it's not gonna have the same weight. Like if I hold these two together, we're gonna do a comparison too. It's not the same weight. It's a little different. It's a little different weight. This one, y'all hear that? It's hollow. There ain't nothing in here, but probably like some styrofoam and freaking peanut packing paper. But yeah, if you want to look around it, it pretty much matches this one. They, did the individual camera rings, and obviously, on every other phone they did like this, like on the Fold and stuff like that. So it would make sense if when it did come out, it would probably look like this, because that's what all the other cameras on all the other phones look like. Now, is this enough to make you want to get this over the S25 Ultra? I don't know. That's your call. But this right here seems about something Samsung would do. It's like, okay, we added a little bumper around the cameras, and then they're gonna go into a big old spiel. Oh, this has this kind of cameras and blah blah. Cool, but if you're trying to sell me on this only because of the camera, like, come on, keep it coming, keep it pushing. But anyways, look around the phone real quick. Looks pretty spot on to what the current S25 Ultra looks like. Now, is this going to be one of the colors they reveal? I don't know. This is like a white, or it's pretty much gray. It's like a super light gray, but it kind of looks white. Maybe I'm just trying to say silver. Oh my gosh, I'm stupid. Anyways, that is, this is from a pretty good source that, from all the leaks and the renders and stuff, this is probably what the phone is going to look like. Pretty much identical to the previous one. Just with this little camera hump right here. Again, we'll look around it really quick. That seems pretty on par to what the previous generation, the S26 or 25 looked like. Got your little S Pen. Obviously, we know that is, and I'm looking over here so I can like see what I'm showing you guys. The S Pen slot, which is, what is this, the left side? Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. And then you have your SIM ejection, your charging port, external storage, microphone, and then obviously you got your control up and down rocker right here, and then the power / Bixby / Gemini button right there. But again, mock version. I'm not claiming this to be real, okay? It's 3D printed version. There's nothing inside here. But if this is any indication on how light it would be, and we can start to compare now. Actually, let me take this little plastic off. Hold on. Ooh. Bow. They did a pretty good job of trying to make this thing look real. Like, if you didn't know any better, you would swear this was actually a working, functional phone. But it's not. It's not. But it looks pretty good. So we're gonna do a quick comparison really quick of the S25 versus the 26 Ultra, or potential mock 26 Ultra. All right, so as far as weight, these are both of these bad boys right here. The weight is a little heavier on this one, but this is because it actually has the components of what Samsung put in here: battery, camera module stuff, memory, storage, all that good stuff, camera sensors, all that stuff is in here. So yeah, obviously it's gonna feel a little bit heavier. This one's super light, but that's no indication on how heavy it's actually gonna be. Is it gonna be lighter? It's probably gonna be about the same, if not a little bit lighter. So it is what it is. All right, let's put it side by side. As far as the size, it is a little bit more of rounded corners. The S25 Ultra was a major upgrade in as far as comfortability versus the S24 Ultra, because they had like sharp corners. Now looking at this now, it has sharp corners. Like it didn't feel like it when they upgraded it, but it legit has sharp corners. Let me make sure my audio is good. Okay, it's good. But yeah, compared to this, you can see the difference in the corners. It's a little bit more rounded off on the supposed mock S26 Ultra. It's a little bit more rounded off as opposed to the sharper ones. And then if you want to put these bad boys together, it's about the same width. If you can see, it's pretty much about the same. Even the thickness of the phone is pretty much the same. Yep. And then flip this over like this so you can kind of see the cameras are all the same, on the same side, same position, like that. Let's check over on this side here. Same controls, obviously, no surprise there. These are not, oh, well, those are functional, but on the mock S26, it's not functional. But yeah, same buttons. Pretty much the same. Are antenna bands down here? Nope, there's no antenna band at the bottom on this mock version. And then if we take a look at the bottom, it's pretty identical. Like damn near. Very identical, as you can see. And then on this side, antenna band on this side, but not on the other side. That's kind of weird. And then antenna band up there as well. And then on the top, there's a slight misalignment, but you know, this is just a comparison. They can move antennas wherever the heck they want to. All right. So that is the quick comparison between both of them. Obviously, this is a dummy unit. This is not turning on, so you're not going to be able to see the software or anything like that. This is just for show. And then now we're going to compare this to the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now, obviously, we're doing that because that's going to be the direct competition of the S26 Ultra. What the heck is all this stuff? But this one is a little bit different. This is a little bit similar in color, kind of as it seems. But as you can see right here, boom. That's the iPhone right here. And this is the the mock dummy S26 Ultra. Boom. As you can see, the thickness is pretty close. Yeah, they're pretty close. Only difference is, obviously, the iPhone's camera stuff is going horizontal, and this one, the S26 Ultra, is going vertical. Buttons pretty much same side, different orientation, but same thing, same accomplishment. And then on the bottom, obviously, you got your speaker grills right there and your charging port for the iPhone. And then you can see it's pretty damn near the same thickness. It's a little bit longer and more boxed off. So that's why I do these comparisons. So compared to the S25 Ultra, this is way more rounded. But compared to the iPhone 17 Pro Max, it looks sharp in comparison to the 17 Pro Max. Why is that? I don't know. Look at that. The top, boom, as you can see. And then there's no dedicated camera button here on the S26 Ultra, but there you have it. But the weight, as far as the weight, obviously this one's hollow, so you're not gonna see much of anything in here or hear much of anything. Ain't nothing in here. But just gauging off of the weight alone, obviously the iPhone's weight is going to be a little bit heavier. But you guys tell me, those of you who are avid Samsung people, what is going to make you want to get this over the S25 Ultra? Because they pretty much are kind of the same. I must say, they're kind of the same. Let me put this right there. Boom. So it's pretty much the same. You're getting. This is what you're getting right here. Pretty much the same type of deal. It just, is this new camera module going to be enough to make you guys be like, I want the new S26 Ultra. Now, obviously, we can't see the software and things like that, but like, is this enough of a difference? I want y'all to look real close now. Is that going to be much of a difference now that they're adopting? I could be wrong, but I don't think there's much of a difference for me. I just want to get the new one. Oh, for me to want to get the new one. I agree. The only reason so this is the story. I had the S25 Ultra. It was great phone, but obviously I'm a tech guy, so I got to get a new phone. The iPhone 17 Pro Max was such a change of pace from the other models. I kind of felt like I had to get it. It was just something new. I was like, ooh, camera plateau. Ooh. New body, aluminum body. I decided to get it. Complete different experience right here. But if I'm going from this to this, what's the main difference? Now, again, if it's not broke, don't fix it. 100% agree. I don't like when companies switch it up too much. Definitely when you have a winning formula. But I'm saying, and I already know what it's going to be. They're going to kind of tell everybody, oh, these AI features, and oh, maybe we give you 10 more megapixels in your camera or something like that. I don't know. Something along those lines. I already think these kind of keynotes and things like that are kind of turning into, oh, look what kind of cameras we have. Oh, look what kind of AI features it has. Now, that's great. Everybody loves software. Software is what you're, utilizing every day anyway. That's what you're interacting with for the most part. But I think most tech people, including myself, we kind of been underwhelmed about tech for a little bit now. And I know it's not just me. Kind of been underwhelmed with tech. Like, this is great. And this was a nice little switch up, nice change from the S24 Ultra. But once you start kind of copy and pasting, throwing a new name on it, and giving us software features that you could have just did in a software update for any phone, that's when you kind of lose me. That's what pisses me off about most upgrades or updates is just some of the times it's like just a software update, to be honest, and that applies across the board. It's not just with phones, it's with like electric vehicles and stuff as well. For example, like a Tesla. Well, not even Tesla. It could be any car brand. They all pretty much do the same thing for years and years and years. And then whenever they get the itch, like, let's change the look of it, they're gonna make something new. I'll just use Tesla for example because I have a Tesla, and it's the best example I can remember off the top of my head. For the longest, all the models with their respective design, they were the same for many, many years. And some of the new features that came with the newer model was more just a software update that they can just send over the air to anybody. Now, they do take jumps sometimes. Like, it's about an every 5 to 7 year increment kind of thing. They will take a jump and change the design. So I think the previous Tesla Model 3 was the same as far as body look wise for a good 3 to 5 years, and then they finally changed the design, and that's what made me switch, because I had the older design and then I got a new one, came with some new software stuff too, but the entire look of the phone, or not the phone, the car was different from what I was already experienced. So then I was more inclined to get a new one, unless they come up with something super innovative for the official release. I think I'm good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they will be doing that. Miss Kayla. I don't think they'll be doing that. I've seen enough of these keynotes and these unpacks and all that stuff. I think it's going to be mostly, we're doing innovation, where AI meets something, giving you more multitasking, which is not bad. It's good. But at the end of the day, who's going to use all those multitasking features? And then it's going to be, the main attraction is cameras, new colors, and the software, which is like the AI elements now, which is like the hot topic. But other than that, ain't too much. But speaking on that, let's switch it up to Apple. So apparently, there's been numerous leaks about this iFold. I think that might be the name. I don't know. But everything I'm seeing is called the Apple iFold. Some people saying it's the iPhone Fold. But, in Apple, they might brand it the iFold. Let's see. Apple iFold. Boom. So, what is it? What does it say? What does it say right here? iFold Apple refers to... Oh, my gosh. iFold Apple refers to rumored Apple foldable iPhone expected to launch around late 2026. There's been no press about this, but everybody's reporting like, hey, we're getting a foldable iPhone. And it's this year, which is insane. You figure they would announce it like maybe a year or two before they would launch it, but hey, take everybody by surprise. Featuring a book-style design, like a passport, basically, with a smaller outer screen and a larger inner display, aiming to eliminate the common screen crease. So that is also the big thing. They're saying they are not officially saying, but the rumors and leaks are that Apple found a way to get rid of the crease in the screen. Now, I've had the folding phones, the Samsung folding phones. I've had them. And is that crease noticeable? It sure is. It sure is. But it's something you end up living with. It's something you end up living with, and it's not like too bad. So the crease in itself is not bad. But if they can find a way to eliminate the crease, yeah, you hate the crease, I get it. If you can find a way to eliminate the crease, that would be awesome. So if Apple can manage to do that, obviously we know the design. I would assume, obviously this is their first foldable phone, but I would assume the design is going to be, it's going to hold up over time. I'm sure Apple, of all people, they don't usually release stuff that's crappy like the initial launch of it. It's usually pretty fine-tuned. I'm pretty sure the design will be well. And if, as far as this year, if that comes out, that'll be the phone that I'll be aiming for. Probably not this quote-unquote S26 Ultra, and probably not the Z Fold 8 or the Z Flip 8, unless they do something crazy with that. Which, they made a huge leap last year with it by making it like super thin. So I don't think they're going to change it too much this year. But if there's a new phone in the Apple hemisphere, not the iPhone Air or the iPhone Mini or iPhone Plus, it's actual different flagship phone, I think a lot of people are going to flock to that, and it's going to be sold out everywhere. So I have to do my due diligence and get one of those phones. I just have to. So let's look at some of these images, and then we're going to look at a little video real quick. We're going to react to some of these videos. Actually, let's watch a video first. See what they're saying. See what the news is about. I don't know who this is, but let's see what they're talking about.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone with an idea and a drive to bring it to life. Describe what you want and watch it take shape.
Yeah,
you can plan, customize, and expand in any direction.
All right, boom.
From tools built for one to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems.
We've talked a lot about Apple's foldable iPhone that's set to come out in September of this upcoming year. And we've seen some mock-ups and heard about dimensions, and now we go hands-on with one. This is the iPhone Fold, or whatever they're going to call it. Okay, really not hands-on with one personally.
So that is one of the mock-ups. Let's see if he has a little better picture of this thing. Or a still shot of it. Boom. Right there. So this is one of the mock-ups. Obviously, a lot of people were saying that the reason that Apple released the iPhone Air last year was because they wanted to use that form factor to make this thing. So that's great and all, and I think it looks good, but do we really want the iPhone Air's design? It's thin. It's great that it's that thin, and I've held one. They're pretty thin. Do we want that design in a foldable? The answer is, quick answer, yes. The main thing we want is a thinner folding phone, definitely from Apple. What is these? Yeah, you definitely want a thinner foldable from Apple. What the heck is this? You don't want this design in a fold. This is a little bit too thick. This is fine on its own, the original form factor. You don't need to do much else, if anything, with this original design. All you need to do is use the iPhone Air and just let that be your base. But this overall is too much of a passport bookish look to me. I prefer if it looked a little bit, I don't know. I don't want it to be too similar to the Samsung, what is it called? The freaking Samsung Z Fold, but I also don't want it to be jacked up. It kind of reminds me of the Microsoft Surface Duo. Oh yeah, what you know about that Microsoft Surface Duo? Not everybody followed that phone. But yeah, it does look like the Microsoft Surface. I wasn't too much of a fan of that. It was too much of a bookish to me. Too much of a book style, passport style to me. But this works. This design works. Nail on the head. Yeah, it's definitely not the same, but it's a little similar. Yo. All right, let's continue. What is the guy talking about?
I have to say, this is kind of the exact form factor that I was hoping for. This form factor makes the iPhone a lot shorter and wider when closed, and then
that don't look good to me. Like obviously he has like a little 3D printed one as well, but that doesn't look good to me. I would much rather see that thing taller. Like it needs to be the same height as a regular iPhone, or I don't think a lot of people would be using it as much. But yeah, it needs to be the same height. That doesn't look good to me. It looks like a toy.
iPad mini-like when unfolded here, and I think that's the better approach than what some of the other OEMs have done in the past with their early entries into the market. Samsung still kind of goes for that very tall and narrow outer screen compared to Google Pixel's Fold, where it goes more towards that.
Bro, look. I mean, again, he has a 3D printed model of this Fold. Same as this. 3D printed. So it's not actual 1-to-1 ratio of what it'll actually be. Same with the weight of it and all that stuff. It doesn't even turn on. It's hollow. The buttons, they actually press. You can hear that. You can actually press the buttons, but it doesn't turn on. It's not like real. I'm just making sure. But anyways, that thing is way too short. We don't want that. We need like a taller one.
For that very tall and narrow outer screen compared to Google Pixel's Fold, where it goes more toward.
And that's the Google Pixel Fold, which more people say that it seems more like a they say that one seems more like a passport style, but I like that one. The way that one looks way better. I like the way that one looks. All right, let's see what else.
It's that smaller 5.5 outer display, or at least the early one did. It was more like a standard slab phone, just kind of shrunken down, and then it gives you a tablet feel when you unfold it. Again, this was more of that early Google Pixel Fold, as now the current generation is still shorter and wider compared to Samsung's, but it's a lot bigger, so it's a larger outer display, and then you have a larger inner display experience. But compared to the iPhone, as you can see, I've been putting up a lot of these side by side, and it's just significantly bigger. Obviously, since this is a rumored version of the device, take all of this with a grain of salt, but if these rumors are true, there's a solid chance that the iPhone Fold could look something pretty close to this. Now, before we get into the rest of this video, I do want to take a quick minute to talk about today's sponsor, Surfshark. If you're anything like me,
no, we don't want to see Surfshark. Let's see.
For Apple's new ultra-thin.
I'm about to reveal a snoring fix that most women over 40 don't know. This is what your throat looks like when you're snoring. Baby. You want to take your throat from this to this. Nose strip?
An iPhone Air. However, analyst Jeff Pugh believes that Apple is...
Bro, how did you come up with the specs for this render? Or whatever.
Using aluminum and titanium mixed together, whereas Ming-Chi Kuo believes a mix of stainless steel and titanium has been Apple's preferred design choice. Either way, aside from the durability of the glass, the hinge is the next important part here of any good foldable, and so durable and flexible materials here.
We're done with his stuff. All right, bro. All right, let me see a different one. I need like a recent one. Actually, let me just go to YouTube. YouTube. Let's just see a recent one so we can see better what it might look like. iFold render or leak, maybe. My boy Zolotech, I think that's his name. 3 weeks, mostly 3 weeks ago. 9 weeks, 9 months. That was a month ago. Yeah, everybody has this same model. Here we go. We get a little bit more insight right here.
So going from 4 megapixels to 24 would be huge.
Oh, it looks like
that's
I
where the back camera
this video.
From Samsung, Google, Honor, as well as Oppo, OnePlus, and more. And I've been really hoping that Apple would finally make their own foldable too. Well, if you've been following the channel, you probably know that they are actually working on one. And that one is apparently releasing as early as next year. So here's a recap of everything to expect from the iPhone Fold, alongside a bunch of exciting updates. Okay, but first, what will the iPhone Fold look like? And would it be a book-style foldable or a flip-style foldable? Well, as a reminder, Apple has explored several foldable designs, including a vertical clamshell and a horizontal book-style model. Early 2024 testing pointed towards the clamshell approach, but 2025 reports now favor this book-style design. In this version, the iPhone Fold would have a small outer display and camera.
That looks good. This one looks way better than the one we just watched. Tell me you wouldn't get that if Apple released that. That looks good. I will 100% get this. Maybe it's the nostalgia, or not the nostalgia, the hype, the liquid glass, the wallpaper looks a nice little combo. Hopefully they have some good colors, man. Like if this is legit, like hopefully we get some good colors.
Outer display and camera for.
And then look at this. I ain't gonna lie, it looked like Samsung design, but a little more Apple-ish, a little more roundish. Yeah, that looks like Samsung's design, but Apple. It's okay.
Use when closed, and then a larger tablet-like screen when opened. Speaking of the screen, according to Digital Chat Station on Weibo, it may come with a 7.76-inch inner display with a resolution of 2713 by 1920 and also with an under-the-display camera, while the outer screen could be 5.49 inches at a resolution of 2088 by 1422 and with a hole-punch camera. Jeff Poo, on the other hand, who's a reliable analyst, suggests that Apple is currently testing two potential screen sizes on the inside, a 7.9-inch version and a larger 8.3-inch version, similar to the iPad mini. Either way, the iPhone Fold should be quite similar to the first-gen Google Pixel Fold, with this passport-style look when closed and this iPad mini-like look when opened. By the way, if any of these wallpapers from our concepts catch your eye, they're all from our app wallpapers. Now, about that display, this is where Apple's secret weapon may come into play. There are quite a few reports that Apple is apparently working on an entirely crease-free display, something that I mentioned in our previous videos too, where they're working.
So if Apple can manage to accomplish, which I'm pretty sure they can because they're like the #1 phone company out, but new form factor, new flagship phone, no visible crease, which will be insane. Now, am I going to be one of the dummies who get the phone on release, and if there is potentially a crease issue or malfunction, whatever, that I have to deal with it? Yeah, that's kind of the risk you take when you're an early adopter of tech. But hey, I want to be in that mix of it's not even about being in the mix. I like tech. When it's something new comes out, my ears, they perk up. So I'm gonna check it out, because if they can make it creaseless with the same Apple software, it's gonna be a win. As long as that hinge holds up and that crease holds up, guaranteed a lot of people are gonna buy this. Guaranteed. Hopefully the inside screen doesn't look cheap like it's a plastic material.
On developing a material that makes the crease nearly invisible when unfolded. Essentially, they plan on using ultra-thin glass, likely supplied by Lens Technology with materials from Corning in order to achieve this. Personally, I don't think creases on modern foldables are much of a problem. The Z Fold 7 and the Oppo Find N5 already have an almost invisible crease, so I don't think it's that much of a problem to solve. Still, Apple is solving it, which I'm really glad to hear. Okay, so what about the build of this iPhone Fold? Well, analyst Jeff Poo says that the foldable iPhone may use a mix of titanium and aluminium. Titanium for the load-bearing parts to prevent bending, and then aluminium elsewhere to improve heat dissipation and keep the device lightweight, although no credible rumors about the weight have surfaced yet. But then Ming Chi Kuo, on the other hand, says that Apple will be using stainless steel instead of titanium. And I'm not really sure what to think here, as stainless steel would make it even heavier. So what about the thickness? Well, it's said to have a thickness of around 4.5 millimeters when folded and around 9 to 9.5 when folded. That would actually make it on the thicker side. Keep in mind that the Z Fold 7 measures in at 4.2 millimeters when open and 8.9 when closed. So having this iPhone Fold be thicker 1 year after the Fold 7's introduction won't be that impressive at all. Now, hinges have always been the place where we've seen...
Oh man, look at these are the hinges of the previous Samsung Z Folds. Like I'm trying to see what Apple does. That's nice. We need something
where we've seen the most changes year on year, and I'm really curious about Apple's approach here. Reportedly, in order to reduce the display crease, Apple is expected to use a liquid metal hinge that boosts durability and outperforms hinges in the current foldables. This approach could help eliminate the crease issues that we've seen in other devices. Now, liquid metal is an amorphous alloy formed through rapid heating and cooling. It's highly resistant to bending and deformation. It's also stronger than titanium alloys and also has a stainless steel appearance.
Right. That's enough for that. Let's check out some pictures real quick of some different renders, because most of these most people put their renders up somewhere and then it gets funneled into Google. All right, pretty common. That's what we've been seeing. Definitely don't think it's that, because they went to the plateau, and I'm pretty sure they did that for a reason. So I don't think it's gonna have this this screen. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm looking at. All right, let me move this. Boom. Definitely don't think it's gonna be that, but you never know. I mean, it doesn't look bad though. That looks ugly. Right. Like I can see them doing that unibody thing, because that's what they just did on this phone, but I hope that it blends a little bit more. That doesn't look appeasing to me. This would be dope. Out of all things, that actually look nicer. I agree. This one right here would be dope. This design, this clamshell, if they actually did a flip phone, look at that. That looks amazing. I don't know. I think I would be down for a flip iPhone. iPhone flip. The iFlip. Yeah, I mean, come on. The iFlip. Can we get the iFlip? That looks good. That's a good render right there. No. We don't want to go that way. I'm just not a fan of this skinny camera plateau. No. Definitely not that. That design right there wouldn't make any sense. I think they're going to move this plateau to this fold, this iFold. There it goes again. This is what we want right there with an outer screen. You know, there's a lot of phones or companies right now doing this little outer screen right here. Look at that. Tell me y'all wouldn't want this. Look at this nice and good now. Tell me you guys wouldn't want a folding freaking iPhone that looks that good. Everybody would get it. Everybody would get that. I want to see the outside renders. This is my vote right here. If we can get one, this is my vote right here. Again, so yeah, more than likely y'all can see what to expect. All the renders have the single or the skinny camera plateau. Now I'll stick with Samsung. Hey, I agree. In case you missed it, Carl Brenda, I got a little mock Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra right here, and I was comparing it to the S26 Ultra. From all the leaks, this is like a 3D printed version of what it's probably going to look like when it comes out. But from all the leaks, this is what we're going to be getting. Okay. Just to recap, so I'll show you real quick. One more time. Hold on. Let me go through some of these. They're pretty much the same. Nothing. That's too wide, bro. Make it a little bit skinnier. Yo, if they did this outer display with even with just the activity stuff, that would be nice. But that one looks good. I'm okay with that. It kind of looks like the Google Pixel. Yeah, those are pretty much the same. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna make this bigger for you so you can see. Oh, there's too much. All right, look. This is supposedly what we're getting, a mock S26 Ultra. I don't know if this color will be launched. This is like basically silver, but it's kind of like a white silver, I guess. But as you can see, the cameras are pretty much exactly how the Z Fold cameras are, with this little plateau, for lack of a better word, around it. Even though last year we got this with no plateau, but this is how they're gonna sell you our new redesign. No, that's Tim Cook. We're gonna have a new redesigned, quote unquote, camera area with this little thing around it that they do for most of them. Apple is a user friendly, so I would definitely try it. I may have to leave Samsung for a little bit when they release this. I agree, at least for me, anyways. Yeah, they are user friendly, and I can see a lot of people using it. I can see a lot of parents possibly buying this for their kid too. But anyways, it's pretty darn close to what we already got. Almost identical. But again, this is a mock version. There could be modifications. There could be different stuff on it. But if history tells us anything, this is a pretty safe bet right here. Pretty safe bet. Oh, almost dropped it. Boom. What you think? Haha. I like it. Which one? I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, I'm not gonna make this video too long. Just wanted to show you guys that stuff, see what's the update with some phone stuff, because we're gonna be having the Galaxy Unpacked event next month. So correct me if I'm wrong. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. We'll be streaming again very soon. We're still doing the GTA 6 giveaway. So again, if you have not seen how to enter this contest, I'm gonna show y'all right now, because I don't want y'all to miss out on potentially getting GTA 6 for free. Okay? So I'm going to show y'all this video in case you haven't watched this yourself. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, by all means, you don't have to. But I'm giving away GTA 6. Supposedly, if this game comes out this year, I'm going to buy a copy. All you got to do is watch this video to enter. This is not a sponsored or developer copy. This is me, my hard-earned cash. I'm buying this for you guys so you can play, because I already know this game's going to be expensive. But this go to my page right here. Giveaway. Very simple and easy to enter. I'll just play it for y'all right now so you can see. right now. Hold on. Let me change my camera so y'all can see. I don't want y'all to miss. Alert anybody in the chat, GTA 6 giveaway. Okay, I'm giving away a free copy. Very simple way to enter. Very simple way. I'm gonna show y'all that way. Ignore this guy. I don't know who this guy is. This is an ad. It's an ad. But look, if you want GTA 6, bro, this is all you gotta do.
Finally finding Nuvia. Listen to what he wanted most after his smile makeover.
I want to be able to smile at my wife.
Look at this. If you want GTA 6, watch this
What's
video.
going on, everyone, and welcome back to Gould's Gaming and Tech channel, and welcome to 2026. We are back, and for this year, I wanted to hold myself accountable. I wanted to stream a lot more. Due to any unforeseen circumstances, GTA 6 should be releasing this year in November, so we plan on streaming a lot more up until that date. Now, those of you who don't know, I said on my channel a while ago that I was going to do a giveaway of GTA 6 when it comes out. I'll probably do it the day before, or at least announce the winner the day before. And no, this is not a copy the developers gave me to give out to anyone. This is with my hard-earned cash. I will be buying a lucky subscriber and frequent viewer of these live streams, and we're going to explain that in a second, a copy of GTA 6. I already know it's going to be expensive, so I just want to help somebody out and buy one of the copies for them so they can have it. So this video is what it's all about. For one, I want to hold myself accountable and stream more, which I plan to do this year. My plan is to stream at least once a week, every week. So I know it's a tall task. All right, we're not gonna watch the whole thing. Anyways, all you gotta do is watch the dang on streams and comment, interact. You can't just be flying by night, but watch the streams, interact. I'll see your name pop up. If I see it 5 or more times, your name gets notated, and that's how you end up entering. And then on a live stream, right the day before the game comes out, I'm going to do it on stream, do a little spin wheel or something, and pick a random viewer / subscriber. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, like the videos, and engage in the streams. And look out for the stream that has in the title GTA 6 giveaway stream. That's all you gotta do, and then you'll be entering in. But yeah, I just want to end it with that. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.